You want to talk about movies?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Okay. Should I preface this? Oh, we'll do that. The legal paperwork later.
Yes.
Thank you for reading it, by the way.
Absolutely.
This is my first, educationupgrade.substack.com. Like credit where credit is due. I had a series of conversations with dozens and dozens of friends and colleagues. And one of my closest friends, a guy named Chris, like we talked about movies quite a bit.
Nice.
And the gist of it is, if you think about anybody that grew up in the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s, there are so many movies for which the plot is centered on teenage characters, high school age characters, like Breakfast Club, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Dazed and Confused, Mean Girls, all the way to like some of the most recent ones are like Superbad.
Yeah.
You know? And 16 Candles and Valley Girl, and which was the first movie that Nick Cage was in.
I've never seen that.
It's old. There's like a 20-year-old Nick Cage in it, like playing some punk kid.
Wow.
Yeah, who has the hots for like a preppy girl, I guess, whatever version of that existed in 1980 something, 81 probably. Yeah, it was the first time he appeared as Nick Cage.
Oh.
Because he's Francis Ford Coppola's son, so he was Nick Coppola and everything before that.
Oh my God. I'm going to learn so much stuff today, you guys.
Bit of trivia.
A bit. Just a bit.
I got some more for you. So, yeah, there's all these movies.
Yeah.
American Pie.
Yeah. Superstar.
Superstar. Oh my God. These classic movies that really, what are they about? Like most of them have garbage plots. They're really appealing to teenagers. But because of that, they were part of like this cultural cohesiveness. You remember being a teenager, and if there's a movie about teenagers in the theater, everyone you know is going to see it.
Absolutely.
And we're going to talk about it. We're going to quote it. And we're going to maybe even analyze some of the things. Like, this character is kind of like so-and-so. And, you know, like, who was the Regina George in your school?
Yes. Who's been personally victimized by Regina George?
Right. Tim Meadows, principal, raises his hand.
All right. Thank you.
So great. So I've asked this question now, the same question I asked you, to so many people and had so many cool conversations. When you think about movies about teenagers, what's the first movie that comes to mind? And then why? And the answers are really cool that people give. And I think, like, it's all anecdotes, right? But if I did some sociological study, I think you could actually show that movies played a big role for like 30 years.
Oh, they matter.
They matter.
For sure.
They matter. They mattered. And now I'm not sure that they're doing the same job. Like, they kind of came into existence and like faded out with now teens are putting their attention other places.
Paradox of choice when it comes to, right? When it comes to the media.
Right.
Where we didn't have that. Back in my day, we didn't have that as much.
Right. There was maybe one movie out at a time that you could go see, and they would come out like a couple times a year. So I asked you the question.
Yeah.
And your immediate response was?
Mean Girls. Easy.
Say more.
Easy. So, Tina Fey's a genius. She was able to tell multiple stories with an incredible sense of humor, quotable humor, short quips that were make you laugh out loud yourself. So as soon as you kind of get through that movie and, you know, hey, did you see that? Making that, you know, quote, comment, whatever, and being able to hear that, you know, repeated throughout the classroom or, you know, at the party or whatever it might be. She doesn't even go here. Like, you know, it's right. You remember those things.
Stop trying to make fetch work.
It's never going to work. But an easy way to be in common, to have something in common, right? You don't have to be an athlete. You don't have to be a musician. You don't have to be an academic. You don't have to be anything other than focused on some video for 2 hours. And if you enjoy it, you're going to remember it. That's just how your brain's going to work. And having that little bit of connection, potential connection, it's reassuring. It's huge. It was a great time. I mean, that's how I spent majority of my, teenage years, was quoting Anchorman, quoting Mean Girls, quoting, whatever.
100%.
Just dumb, and not even dumb, but fantastic movies, well written, enough to captivate me for, again, that 2 hours and make me laugh enough that I'm going to repeat some of those things in similar situations that are in my real world that just fucking nail it. So yeah, I loved Mean Girls. It was something that, again, incredibly funny, and because of that was very appealing to not only me, but my friends, people that were older than me, my parents. Like, it was something that they could even get behind and laugh along with me, to where, again, we're at this commonality, this common ground of, we have a chunk of information that we all share and enjoy and can use and repeat, and, at different times within our life, to bring that laughter, bring that joy, bring that whatever it was back, outside of that theater, outside of that, living room that you were, watching your movie in. It's great. It's so good.
Do you think it sparked cool conversations with your folks?
I think so, to a degree. I think it also just made it so that I thought they were cooler.
Because they shared it with you?
Because they also thought it was funny.
Oh.
There were things that I would say or use or whatever that, whatever the situation might be, pull out a Mean Girl quote and see them kind of turn their head really quick and be like, oh, I see what you did there. Like, that's actually funny. And to laugh along with me, that it made me feel not like an adult, but that I was important.
Mm-hmm.
In that way of like, oh, what I have to say matters, and like, oh, I'm learning something in regards to, how to connect, how to communicate effectively so that I'm getting a reaction that I want. So that interesting conversations, probably with quite a few other movies. With that movie in particular, it was more of like, cool. My parents are cool, and I'm cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my parents think I'm cool. So a level of confidence, a level of self-esteem of like, oh no, like, this is good. This is good.
Yeah. Because if they think it's funny, then it's probably a mature level of humor.
Yeah.
And if I also think it's funny, then I'm probably mature.
Yes.
So we're enjoying this mature adult brand of humor together because we're all adults.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That's really cool. I hadn't considered that. I hadn't even thought that. Like, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, anytime.
So I have something for you, and also a bit of trivia.
Okay.
So, this guy who was subbing at my school, kind of long term, he and I had a really cool chat on the last day of school, and he said, "Yeah, he started talking about Tina Fey wrote it, and I hadn't looked into it. Like, I knew Tina Fey, plays the teacher lady in
Miss
it.
Norbury?
Yeah, and Amy Poehler's the mom who's trying too hard to be cool, and Tim Meadows is the principal. So it's this SNL cast, right? This 1990s SNL cast who've all transitioned to movies, which made it amazing.
Yes.
But he said, yeah, Tina Fey actually wrote that script after reading a parenting book. And that inspired a lot of what she wrote it about. So it's called Queen Bees and Wannabes, by Rosalind Wiseman. And since you have a child now, I bought you a copy for you to have.
I am,
because I know you're literate, you can read and everything. I thought maybe you might.
Even though I teach math, I still can put a few words back. Okay, love this. Helping your daughter survive cliques, gossip boys, and the new realities of girl world. 3rd edition. Ooh, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. I thought it'd be fun to read, think about, talk about.
Yeah.
Inspire your parenting or not, or at least just understand, like, oh, now I know why she wrote that scene.
Yes. This is, I did not know that.
I didn't either.
Love this trivia. And
I'm hoping this colleague, this fellow teacher, Brett, will come on the podcast and talk about things too. He's very interesting.
Love it. Come on, Brett.
He'd be good in a round table. One of the assertions that I make in this essay is that movies taught us that what we're going through is not unique.
Yes.
And otherwise, we might be left to believe that what we're going through is not just unique, but uniquely tragic.
Yeah.
And the sky is falling and the world's going to end and
Yes.
like whatever. And that like quintessential scene, the all girls assembly at the end of Mean Girls, where it's like, oh, every single girl in the whole school has basically bullied other girls and also been bullied by other girls. And they've all been bullied by this one girl who was like the queen bitch on Cunt Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just because of her insecurities and her natural stuff, right?
Yep.
Like she's just a human going through a human experience too.
Mm-hmm.
So there's so many like little messages in there, but the big one that like, no, this is just kind of part of growing up. Like sometimes teenage girls are not nice to each other.
Yeah.
Sometimes, a lot of times.
Yeah.
That happens.
Oh, yeah.
And there's different versions for male interaction and there's different versions for male-female interaction.
Mm-hmm.
But like what you're going through is like, whatever you want to call it, common, typical, normal.
Mm-hmm.
You're fine.
Yes.
You're going to be fine.
You will.
It sucks, but it's kind of important.
It is.
Like what you're going through is really important.
Yes.
And I don't know, did like before the movies, did the previous generation have more heart-to-hearts with their parents, or did you learn it from your older siblings or weird uncle whoever, or like how did we know this? Because it's something you grow to know.
Yeah, sure.
Because now we're in our 30s and 40s and we're like, oh yeah, that's
life.
Yeah, and it's not just like normal and okay, but it's really freaking important, and you're going to look back on it fondly because it taught you some things. And you're going to tell it to a 12, 13, 14-year-old.
No.
The sky is falling.
It is.
Everything's embarrassing. Everything is a tragedy.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is emotionally overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
But this Mean Girls movie, like, there's so much in there.
Yeah.
So much in there. And what's really interesting, Morgan, like I asked a bunch of high school students that same question.
Okay.
What movie do you think of? Knowing that like none have really been made for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, no quintessential teen movies.
I noticed that too.
In fact, every movie with like teenager-ish people in it is some kind of weird, gory horror movie where they're like, we're all whatever going to get butchered at Ghost Mountain or whatever the hell it is. Yes. There's a poltergeist and also the devil. And you
will be possessed.
You'll be possessed. There's monsters and a demon nun and lots of blood.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why those movies are so popular, but that's weird too.
It's something to feel.
Yeah, I guess. But I asked all these kids. The guys, on average, didn't have a very good answer.
Okay.
Some of them would know a movie.
Okay.
The girls, like, overwhelmingly said Mean Girls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies.
And I was like, wait a minute, that movie came out in 2004. Like, you weren't even a twinkle in your father's eye yet.
No.
You didn't exist. Your parents probably hadn't even met.
Yeah.
So how do you know about this film that has a 1990s SNL cast and came out in 2004? Well, because it's on streaming.
Yes, it's available.
It's available. Maybe they get a relatable scene in their social media feed or something, or enough of my friends liked this, or we watch it at, hanging out with people. But yeah, a lot of teenage girls, a lot of like 16, 17-year-old girls have seen this movie.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Hopefully their parents showed them too. They're like, oh my God. Or, their parents use a quote or something like that. Yeah. And they're like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, oh, this is lore. Let me give you some of this lore right here.
Do you think that using some of these older teenage movies as a vehicle to bond and have hard conversations with your kids it could be a very useful thing?
Absolutely.
Like,
very convenient too. Convenient, available, stuff that you probably have already, to a degree, as an older adult, if you watched it during, 2004 to 2010, whatever, you've already practiced having some of those conversations with your peers.
Mm-hmm.
And again, getting into our 30s and 40s and being able to, reminisce about different scenes. Oh my God, that hits again. That's hilarious again. Mm-hmm. Or it's funnier in a different way because I'm a parent, or whatever that might be.
Or just watch the expression on your daughter's face.
Yes.
Like, how is this landing?
Yes.
Is that a light bulb moment?
Uh-huh.
Is a tear about to leak out of her face.
Yes. Yes. Totally.
Yeah. Whether it's Mean Girls or some other movie with a similar thing.
Mm-hmm.
Common one was The Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Like, thanks John Hughes for inventing a fake town in Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
And these kids that go through it. But that one, like, it's so cliche because you've got every like teenage like archetypal character, right? You've got the jock and you've got the bully and you've got the hot girl and like the angsty
Athlete.
goth girl and the the nerdy guy.
Oh, the nerdy, yes.
Yeah. And they're all in a shared experience of they've got Saturday school for some reason. They're all in detention with Principal Dickhead.
Mm-hmm.
And by the end of the movie, they realize they have more in common than they ever would have thought. And then they have this shared experience, and there's a montage of them all sneaking around cooperatively behind the principal's back and with 80s music.
Incredible 80s music.
Incredible. Yeah. But even that, like, oh, I have like way more in common with people that seem different from me than I ever would have thought.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do kids even think about that? Is it a thing? Or
I think if they're going through something where they feel alone, maybe. I think it depends on, obviously their prior experience, what they're currently going through. They will think about it.
Mm.
If it hasn't already been a thought that they've had, it will happen.
What about parents not realizing things? Like that's a light bulb I just had. Like another thing that shows up in these movies is teenagers doing normal teenager stuff, but like risky behavior, like teenage risk taking, right?
Uh-huh.
Not just sex, but also sex and relationships. But like, yeah, drinking, smoking weed, and, all these movies just kind of Dazed and Confused. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, like Sean Penn plays a stoner in a van that hotboxes his van. and a girl gets pregnant, and there's relationship problems and parent problems and teacher problems. And oh my God, Dirty Dancing.
Yeah.
A movie all about dry humping. Teenagers dry humping.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Do not forget.
Baby's friend got pregnant and tried to get a black market borscht and almost died.
Yep.
No bueno. And that was a thing that was well known enough 40 years ago that it was in a movie, that it was in a film, a full-length motion picture. Do we just forget that like teenagers drink and smoke weed and have sex and have pregnancy scares? And
not my kid.
Well, your kid will be an angel.
I'm talking also for those somewhat
right.
of, the parents that genuinely believe that my kid won't be a kid.
Right.
So that's,
Right. I had them when I was 16, but they'll be different.
Yeah. They won't. They won't do that. They won't do that. We've talked about that already.
Right.
It's like, oh.
And they know how disappointed I will be, which is probably the reason they've already done it.
Yes. Or they're looking for how they can try it.
Right. And they're very sneaky and very smart.
Yes. Which, that's a testament to them. We love it. If you can work the system, congratulations.
Were you sneaky?
Well done.